Ladies and gentlemen, listen to me carefully. Life is not a playground, it's a battlefield, and the truth is this: most people will die as losers. They'll live average lives, die average deaths, and be forgotten within a week of their funeral. And the only reason they never chose to win, but you, yes, you sitting here listening to my words, you still have a chance to wake up, shake yourself, and decide once and for all that you're not going to be like the rest. You're going to be a winner. The mindset of champions is not built in comfort, it is forged in fire. Champions are not born, they are created through struggle, sacrifice, and an unshakable belief in themselves when the world tries to break them. To be a winner, you must first master your mind, because your mind will either be your greatest weapon or your greatest prison. Most people lose before they even start, not because life defeated them, but because their thoughts convinced them they weren't good enough. Champions refuse to let weakness live in their head. They train their minds every day to believe, to focus, to stay unshaken in the middle of storms. A champion doesn't wait for motivation, he creates discipline. He knows feelings are temporary, but victory is eternal. While others make excuses, he makes progress. He doesn't say maybe one day, he says today. The mindset of a champion is ruthless against laziness, relentless against doubt, and merciless against fear. He looks at fear not as an enemy, but as a sign that he is growing, stepping into the unknown, and becoming more than what he was yesterday. Champions talk differently, they think differently, they act differently. Where the average man sees obstacles, they see opportunities. Where the weak man says, "I can't," the champion says, "Watch me." And this mindset doesn't come from books or speeches alone. It comes from living with hunger, refusing to settle, and pushing yourself when your body screams to quit. Champions know success is not owned, it is rented, and the rent is due every single day. That's why they wake up earlier, work harder, and never allow comfort to soften their spirit. They understand that the mind controls everything: the body, the choices, the destiny. If you can control your mind, you can control your future. And that is why the mindset of a champion is the foundation of every victory. Pain is the price of greatness, and there is no way around it. Every champion, every winner, every legend you admire has paid for their success with pain. The difference between the strong and the weak is not that one avoids suffering while the other embraces comfort. The difference is that the strong take their pain and use it as fuel. They turn every struggle into strength, every wound into wisdom, every setback into a stepping stone. Weak people run from pain, they avoid it, they hide from it, and that is why they remain weak. But those who are destined for greatness accept pain as their teacher, as their trainer, as the necessary cost of becoming more than average. Think about it. Muscles don't grow without pain. Businesses don't rise without sacrifice. Champions don't shine without sweat, blood, and heartbreak. Pain is the fire that burns away weakness, leaving only resilience and power behind. If life is breaking you, understand this: it is shaping you. The pressure you feel, the weight on your shoulders, the nights you want to give up, those are the moments that are building the future version of you that is unstoppable. Every scar you carry, every sleepless night, every tear shed in silence is proof that you are still in the fight, and the fight itself is the birthplace of greatness. Most people quit when pain shows up. They see pain as a sign to stop. Winners see it as a sign to continue. Pain is not the enemy. It is the signal that growth is happening. No champion has ever been made in comfort zones. Comfort breeds mediocrity. Pain breeds greatness. When your body says, "I can't go further," but your mind says one more step. That's where greatness is born. When the world doubts you, mocks you, and throws obstacles in your way, but you keep pushing, that is when you rise. Understand this: greatness will cost you relationships, sleep, comfort, and temporary happiness. It will test your patience, break your limits, and demand everything you have inside. But in exchange, it will give you strength, resilience, and a life that most people only dream of. The price is high, but the reward is priceless. The pain you endure today will become the pride you carry tomorrow. The struggle you face now will become the story that inspires thousands. So stop fearing pain. Stop running from it, embrace it, chase it, let it carve you into someone unrecognizable to your old self. Because the truth is simple: If you want to be great, you must pay the price, and the currency is pain. And those who refuse to pay it will remain ordinary forever. Sacrifice today, glory tomorrow. That is the law of winners. Nothing great is ever achieved without giving something up. Too many people want success without cost. They want the rewards without the work. They want the crown without the battle. But life doesn't work that way. Every victory has a price, and that price is sacrifice. The reason most people never achieve anything beyond average is because they are not willing to pay it. They want comfort, they want leisure, they want to enjoy now and still expect a shining tomorrow. Winners understand that the future is shaped by what you are willing to let go of today. Sacrifice means cutting off the distractions that waste your time and energy. It means saying no when your emotions want to say yes. It means staying focused when everyone around you is chasing pleasures that bring nothing but regret. The man who chooses discipline over parties, who chooses late night work over endless scrolling, who chooses investment over quick spending, that man will taste glory tomorrow. Every sacrifice you make now builds a foundation for the life you want later. You cannot eat your cake today and still expect it tomorrow. You either sacrifice for success or you sacrifice success for comfort. Yes, sacrifice hurts. It is not easy to watch others enjoy what you gave up. It is not easy to wake up early while others sleep in, to grind while others relax, to work while others waste their lives. But remember this, temporary pleasure creates permanent pain, while temporary sacrifice creates permanent glory. Every hour you sacrifice now, every comfort you refuse, every temptation you reject, it all adds up to a tomorrow where you stand above the crowd. Winners don't think short term, they think long term. They know that suffering for a few years is worth a lifetime of freedom. They know that sacrifice is not losing, it is investing. The weak see sacrifice as pain, the strong see it as preparation. Every sacrifice is a seed, and when planted, it grows into a harvest of success, respect, and fulfillment. That's why champions don't complain about what they give up. They celebrate it because they know glory is waiting on the other side. So, if you want glory tomorrow, be ready to sacrifice today. Give up the excuses, the laziness, the distractions. Let go of the habits and people that drag you down. Focus on the mission, not the moment. Because in the end, you will either look back with pride at the sacrifices you made or with regret at the opportunities you wasted. Sacrifice is hard, but regret is harder. Pay the price today, and tomorrow the glory will be yours. Legacy beyond life is the ultimate goal of true winners. Success is not just about money, fame, or recognition while you are alive. It is about what remains when you are gone. One day, no matter how strong or powerful you are, your body will fail, your voice will go silent, and your time on this earth will end. The question is, will people remember you, or will they forget you the moment you're gone? Losers vanish into history without a trace, but winners carve their names into eternity because they lived with purpose, fought with courage, and built something greater than themselves. Legacy is built by choices, by sacrifices, by relentless effort that inspires others long after you are gone. It is not given, it is earned. You do not leave a legacy by talking. You leave it by living in such a way that others cannot ignore you. The mindset of a true champion is not limited to personal gain. It is about creating impact, about touching lives, about building something that continues to speak your name even when you are no longer here. Money fades, possessions fade, but the influence you create in the lives of others can echo forever. Every decision you make today is shaping the story they will tell about you tomorrow. When you choose discipline over excuses, when you choose sacrifice over comfort, when you choose to face pain instead of running from it, you are building a legacy. People will not remember the nights you scrolled endlessly or the excuses you made, but they will remember the courage, the strength, the resilience you showed when life tried to break you. They will remember the fire you carried, the battles you fought, and the victories you created. Legacy is not about perfection, it is about perseverance. The greatest stories told are not of people who never failed, but of those who refused to stay down after failure. Every scar becomes part of your legend. Every obstacle you overcome becomes part of your story. And that story can inspire millions who may never even meet you. That is legacy, living a life so strong, so purposeful, so impactful that you become immortal in the hearts and minds of people long after you are gone. Ask yourself, when your time comes, will you be remembered as someone who wasted life, who settled, who quit when things got hard? Or will you be remembered as a warrior, a fighter, a winner who left behind a trail of inspiration and proof that greatness is possible? The choice is in your hands right now. Build something bigger than yourself. Live with such intensity that even death cannot erase you. Because in the end, life ends, but legacy lives forever. Ladies and gentlemen, remember this. Life will not hand you victory. It will not open doors just because you hope or wish. It will test you, it will push you, it will break you, and it will ask one question: how bad do you want it? And your answer will not be in your words. It will be in your actions, your discipline, your sacrifices, your willingness to pay the price of greatness. Excuses will try to chain you down, comfort will whisper to keep you average, and fear will scream in your face that you are not enough. But winners do not listen to weakness. Winners rise when others fall. Winners fight when others quit. Winners choose pain, sacrifice, discipline, and vision because they know glory is waiting on the other side. One day, this life will end. Your clock is ticking. The question is not whether you will die. It is whether you will live as a winner before you die. Will you leave a legacy, or will you leave regrets? Will people remember your strength, your courage, your fight? Or will they forget you the moment you're gone? So stand tall. Decide today, right now, that you refuse to be average, refuse to be weak, refuse to waste another second of your life. Be the one who rises from nothing, who breaks the chains, who proves to the world and to yourself that greatness is possible. Because in the end, there are only two kinds of people: those who quit and those who win. And you, from this day forward, must choose to be a winner.